The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Players Lounge, here we are live from the SWBC Podcast Studios in Frisco, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys, the world headquarters of the Dallas Cowboys. Hek'ma Harrison is here. Barry Church is here. I am Newy Scruggs. And the Cowboys back on Sunday Night Football, going up to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
The Burgh.
It will be in the 60s for a high dipping down into the 40s.
Oh, yeah, that's about right.
Bring your coat. The flights, my friends. Good luck. All the directs are gone.
Hate to see it.
All the directs are gone. So if you're trying to get to the game, you're going to have to go to Atlanta. You're going to have to go to Chicago. Oh, yeah, it's nothing but connections, baby.
Ooh.
You know, so you have to make connections, man. It's all over the place, but people are ready. The fans, the natives are going. Texas rolling on up to Pittsburgh for this game.
They're rolling up.
They're rolling up. Look, Cowboy fan always rolls. I got to give them credit there, man.
They gonna be in attendance, but Pittsburgh, you know them terrible towels is gonna be. They're gonna have a section. Cowboys are gonna have that. You know, you're gonna see it on TV. They're gonna have a little. You know,
they don't
blue
do
and gold
it. They don't do it like they do it here, man. You are not going to buy up all those tickets. No. Not at all. It's going to be plenty of terrible towels.
They're going to be waving. I don't care what the temperature is. They're going to be waving out there.
Hey, we talked about that yesterday, man. Just the temperature.
Crisp.
Yeah, crisp. What'd you call it?
It's going to be a crisp all night.
I heard the show. Yeah. It is that. It is that. So, I'm going to skip it. So I'm going.
You ain't going up to the Burgh? Oh,
how you had your people ready for them?
Man, they was ready. They was ready for Newy. You ain't going to the Burgh? No, it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah. I found out yesterday that I didn't have the flight.
Oh. Wait, so you told me you could take it?
Oh, man.
That man said I wasn't going to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping in Atlanta. I'm not doing that.
Okay, so
it's a busy airport right there.
So right here, Hek'ma, you look on the phone. It's my American Airlines app, right? It says I'm booked for it. Okay, It says I'm booked for it.
Yeah.
And then I went to go try to change coming back on Monday, and it said it wasn't booked. So I'm like, how's this not booked? So anyway, went there.
Look at the one way.
So.
Right?
Yeah,
not good.
So I said, Micah not playing, D-Law not playing.
Ooh wee. Oh wee.
Called up my weekend guy. Hey man, you still want to go? Yeah.
I got you, my boy.
Hey man, go on,
That's
bro.
cold, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's not cold because he wants to go, Hek'ma.
That's cold.
He wants to go.
If you want to do
The
it.
setup is real.
No. So before the season, he asked me to go.
Okay.
So before the season, I want to go to this. He said, Sunday night game, I want to go. I was like, no, I got this.
She said, chill, I got this.
If you watch the Players Lounge, you really know what happened, how you got on.
He's going to make the trip, so it's all good. He's going to make the trip.
Come Monday night, you'll be saying, do me a favor, don't do me no favors to do it. Well, you're not getting home till Wednesday.
Boy, going to be connected in L.A.
Yeah. Damn.
It's cold. It, man.
6.5, 7 hours just to get home. Starting at 6.
Man.
Starting at 6.
Hate to see it.
No, but he wanted to go. So I'm like, hey, man, knock yourself out.
For real.
Waiting all day for Sunday night.
Yeah. And Wednesday morning. It will be that.
All weekend. So Vegas has got the Steelers favored in this, but it's like 2. I've seen it at 2. I've seen it at 2.5.
Okay,
so they're giving the Cowboys a shot here. Thoughts?
I can see that.
Okay.
A little bit. I can see that. Even with the absence of Parsons. Are we sure Parsons isn't going by the way, or is it just speculation right now?
High ankle sprain. You would know better than anybody on the high ankle.
I would think he wasn't, but anyway, let's just go with the fact that he's not going. Even without Parsons,
I would not put Tillman in.
And we know Tank Lawrence ain't going. They put him on IR. So even with those guys being missed, it's not like they're going against Lamar Jackson as far as the ability to be explosive. Now Fields can run the football. He's an athletic guy out there, but he doesn't have, in my opinion, the arm that even a Lamar Jackson has, in my opinion. And like we talked about it yesterday, I feel like Fields is one of those guys that he's just raw to me. Even though he's been in the league a couple of years, he's still raw. That where if George Pickens or that first guy's not there, I just don't see Fields. All right, let me go to my progressions. Let me see the tight end fire mode. He's not available. Let me go over here to my third option. I just don't see that happening. I see if George Pickens is taken away, I'm going to go ahead and take it off. That's what I see, from my eyes out there. So the offense doesn't seem that explosive to me, and it kind of falls into what the Dallas Cowboys do best. And that's if that offense isn't putting pressure on your offense, Dallas Cowboys offense to go out there, then you got a chance in this game. You have the better quarterback. I believe you have the better weapons as far as the receivers on the perimeter. To me, it's going to come down to the trenches, and we all understand that.
It ain't
Steelers
good.
They got a good defensive line over there, but we're going to see. To me, it's just going to be a close game, but I can see where, Vegas will put him only as a 2-point favorite.
No, the best way to describe Justin Fields, as you just said, is raw, man. He's one of those guys that really doesn't I said pocket awareness. It just, you see those quarterbacks, Tannehill was like this. It's like the clock didn't go off in his head when the pressure was there, and I still see the same thing from Justin Fields. And it's like you ask yourself, like, when will you learn? But one of his things that he does do that really has pushed the Steelers to this 3-1 mark is his ability to move the chains when he gets in danger. So, like, one of his, I guess, quote-unquote weaknesses could oftentimes be his strength if you don't spy him or at least contain him to a sense. I mean, I'm still waiting on Najee Harris to show us who he is.
Yeah, when's that going to arrive?
And so he's one of those guys that I think the Steelers and their front office has been pushing and trying to get those offensive linemen to kind of open up this running game. But the Cowboys should go into Pittsburgh expecting to be ran at and ran at quite often because teams are going to continue to test them. They're going to continue to ask, has Mike Zimmer fixed any portion of this defense? And when you are shorthanded, your main weapon and Micah Parsons and also D-Law, that opens up for so many other question marks on your defense. And so, look, I'm looking at the matchup with George Pickens on the outside. He has 7 catches for 113 yards. He's still one of those premier guys in the NFL, and he's trying to break the cap on being one of the best wide receivers in the league. And look, so far for me, I think I look at that matchup and I say, Trayvon Diggs, where are you right now after coming back from the ACL injury? And I'm still looking at him like, man, I don't think he may be 90%, but that 10%, you're still kind of seeing that he's not trusting that knee the way that he was, in years past. Yeah.
This is an opportunity for the Cowboys. If we're looking on the bright side, this is an opportunity that without 2 named players defensively, go out there and show something. Najee Harris is not the guy that we saw at Alabama. He's not. Justin Fields he'll do some things out there to make you say,
brother,
what are you thinking? What are you doing? You saw it on Sunday in Indianapolis. One would run back there and keep on running. He's just like, well, what are we doing? So he'll help you a little bit. Can you take advantage of it? They've got to run the football. The Cowboys have got to run the football this week. Yeah. And Jerry Jones came out on his show and said, no Dalvin Cook. Coach Jones said, no Dalvin Cook this week.
Man, he's got to be looking trash and proud. That's the only thing that kind of comes to my mind because there's no other way. You've seen how, non-existent this rushing attack for the Dallas Cowboys
301 yards in 4 games.
And I've been beating the table to at least give one guy an opportunity to be that stable. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen. It's going to be a running back by committee, whatever case may be. But if he hasn't had a chance yet to go out there and show what he does. So to me, that's either he's not grasping the playbook in there, or he's just not that guy we were accustomed to seeing.
McCarthy says nothing but positive things in the press conference. He's been asked the last 2 weeks about it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's misleading. It's misleading, and especially when you look at the numbers, you say, "Well, how bad can he be?" Yeah. I mean, you as a former player, you practice. The guys that you may or may not hear from in the media, that guys are clamoring to get these guys in. You Barry Church are probably like, man, I practice with this guy. He's garbage.
He's not good.
He's not good. That's why he's not playing.
Exactly.
And I don't think that Mike will come out and say like this guy is not learning the playbook or whatever it is. Yeah. There has to be a disconnect in between what he can do mentally and what he can do physically out on the field, because right now this rushing. Look, you don't have to be an expert at football to look at the Dallas Cowboys rushing game and say, man, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it. 301 yards after 4 games, that's not going to get it done. And you're pretty much pushing this game plan on Dak Prescott to carry this whole offensive load on his back.
And that can't be the case.
Nah.
That cannot be the case for Dak Prescott. He needs some help. So McCarthy says nothing but good things. He will be asked about it tomorrow in the Wednesday press conference. What's going on with Dalvin Cook? Jerry also said that they may be shorter at running back this week. It's not official yet, but KJ Henry's going to be signed from the Bengals practice squad.
Okay.
Defensive end, 6'4", 250, played at Clemson. And when you bring him out the practice squad, they immediately got to go on your active roster. Yeah. So when he says, okay, we could go short at running back this week.
15 got it.
Who is it?
15. To me, that's, we understand what he was, but he's just not that anymore.
Yeah.
And, to me, you can't have him go, no special teams. He's a great pass protector, but you got, guys that can fill in there and fill that void. El Bookie, you got the tight ends that can do. What does, I'm talking about Ezekiel Elliott in this situation, but I can call him 15. But, Ezekiel Elliott, what does he do that would garner, man, we got to keep this dude on the roster. We got to have this guy. Who's going to clamor up in there and say, we got to keep this guy on the roster? Like, we need him in order to get this W. I mean, because you look at the running back situation, Rico, to me, has been the most explosive back. Even though he hasn't had the opportunities, he's been the most explosive back. You got Deuce Vaughn. He could be that receiver out of backfield, screen, gimmick type character, and he can also return kicks if something were to happen to Kevontae Turpin. So if you're going slim at running back, I mean, to me, that's the logical way to go at it.
And maybe I'm thinking the whole other flip side of that. I'm thinking that 42 would be the guy that would sit in this situation. Because I just, I think when you're going up against these defenses that are going to pressure you, and Rico Dowdle, obviously he could pick up the blitz. He could do a lot of those other things. And I don't want to just relegate Zeke to just being a blocker. But that's what I'm doing, right? That's what I'm doing. But I think that just looking at Zeke's body language over the last couple of games, you could tell he's not pleased with his role. Yeah. And so, here's the deal. I don't care where the production comes from. I don't. At this point, the running game is failing this team. And if you don't go out and find the guy at Whole Foods, can you tote the rock? You got to get some. You got to get. My bad. Albertsons. Tom. You got to get somebody in here that can tote the rock, because it's getting to the point now where teams, you pointed this out a couple days ago. You're like, man, if teams can just pin their ears back and come out to Dak, he gonna be in for a long night, all right? And teams are just not respecting the running game and not even expecting a running game. And so a team like Pittsburgh, they are going to clean your clock if that's the case, if you can't move the ball. So it's going to be tough sledding. To me, I think you got to take that running, just attempt to continue to try to get that running game going. One, to take the crowd out of it. You got to take the crowd out of it on the road, because they're going to be in a frenzy in Pittsburgh. Look, I'm not the biggest Rico Dowdle fan. I think that you still can find somebody that can even be better than him. But I'm with you when you say you just got to pick one of these guys and ride this dude and let him get into some type of rhythm. Because letting him get just a series or just 3 plays and then putting somebody else in is not giving this guy enough opportunity to even get in the rhythm of the offensive line and even get in the rhythm with him.
That's true.
This is a problem, guys.
Yeah, it is.
This is a problem, and I'm with you, Hek'ma. I think that if what Jerry says about possibly going short, if I'm saying going short, I would sit Deuce Vaughn.
Okay.
Because if you're out here on a 3rd and 2, do you want to give it to Zeke or you want to give it to Rico Dowdle?
Yeah, I understand, but is that enough to warrant a spot? Like we're talking about, 3rd and 2 situations, picking up blocks,
red zone.
Red zone. We all talked about this. This team being the lack of explosiveness, lack of weapons outside of CeeDee Lamb. We all talked about that. Adding a guy in Zeke, to me, it takes away from the explosiveness that can happen with this offense.
So go back to when Danny was here with us, when you guys were talking about how you didn't see Zeke and Turp being out there together.
Yeah.
Like they're both on the active roster now. Yeah. So if I got to sit one down, I'll sit down Deuce Vaughn, and if I need to run some kind of package or a quick screen, I'll give it to Kevontae Turpin.
That's true.
But
that is true.
I just don't see them sitting down Ezekiel Elliott. And you speak to this as a player, 2016. But remember how the game ended.
Yeah. He took it to the crib.
What kind of conversation would they have to have as coaches to say, hey, man, last time you was here, you ran right up the gut and scored a touchdown.
Or the tub. With the OH.
But we need you to go ahead and grab that hat and that shirt. And go ahead and get that coat.
Get that pro shop gear going.
Get that starter coat, whatever. Really? I mean, dude, how do you think that would go down?
It would be good.
I mean, I can't see them doing that.
Look, at this point,
I just can't. I can't see them doing that.
What happens is when you have 301 yards after 4 games, everything is on the table. Nobody has solidified themselves in any way in that running back room to me.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I feel like Ezekiel Elliott still has is the ability to fall forward. He's not the guy that's going to be behind the line of scrimmage. He's still that. I mean, in spite of all the things that he may have lost as a running back, he's still falling forward. And so when he said 3rd and 2, I'm still of the mind state that 15 could get it done.
All right, so we talk about the 3rd and 2s and those red zone situations. Sure. And credit to you because you pointed this out since, camp and all that good stuff. In the past couple of games, who's been the guy to carry in those situations? It's been L Boogie. Yeah. It hasn't been Ezekiel Elliott. It's been L Boogie that's been getting those 3rd and 2s, those short yardage situations, or their quarterback sneaking.
Yeah,
they're not turning it to 15. So if you're going with that approach, I don't know.
If you have 15 in the game and you have 40 out there,
who are they keying on?
I mean, from the standpoint that they're going to have to respect Elliott. On a 3rd and 2, or 4th and 1 like that, you're going to have to respect them.
You got to, but if they're coming downhill like that, you know they're not flipping the ball out to Zeke. They're not going to hit him with a fake L Boogie and then flip it to Zeke on the outside.
That's power game all day.
So you know where it's going.
ISO.
That's what. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
It's ISO.
I don't know, man. I don't.
So
if I see Zeke and L Boogie in the backfield, I'm like pinch down. It's coming right. You're not going to throw a pitch. Or you're not going to throw a little, you know what I mean? You're not going to do it.
That would just, I mean, I just don't see them sitting down. Ezekiel. Yeah. Until I see it, I just won't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe if Jerry's such a loyal guy too.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So, okay, as a former player, if that happened, what would the scene be like in the locker room before?
It would be tough because, you're used to going to, war with that guy or going out on Sundays with him. Even if his role is limited, he's still got the pads on. You're still warming up with him. And so when he goes out there with the rest of the guys, let's just say he's not dressing, and he goes out there with the rest of the guys that are on practice squad because those guys got to, go out there and get the warm up with the strength and conditioning coaches before everybody else gets out there. When you see that, it's kind of like, damn. It's like, it's not a good look. Like, it's like, and, breaking down the running back, huddle before the game, and he got on sweats in the,
that's crazy.
In the starter jacket.
If y'all see that on Sunday night, you heard it here first. It's going to be a damn shame.
Like, damn. They're talking to Russell Wilson. But look, remember when he used to be good?
Yeah, he gonna have them shots on coach. He'll be in the background.
Like, damn, he used to not be like this.
Not even question mark.
That'd be tough, though. That is tough. That'd be a tough, man.
I don't think I'm ready to see that yet. I don't think they're ready to see that.
That would be a tough situation.
It's going to be very interesting. All right, Hek'ma Harris and Barry Church. I'm Newy Scruggs. When you lose 2 players like Lawrence and Parsons, how much blame, how much do you let Mike McCarthy off the hook? If you can't win games? You already had a bad defense. Let's dive into that next. Get our opinion on how do you judge the coach when the carpenter's tools really ain't real good to use. Come Sunday night, possibly in Pittsburgh, right here on the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys! Back to the Players Lounge.
This segment is brought to you by Yeti, the official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Cold product, baby.
It's
That
cold.
Yeti,
It's
that
a cold
cold
word.
product.
Go.
Boy, that cold product. Woohoo.
Cold and wet, dog.
Hek'ma Harrison is here. Barry Church is here. I'm Newy Scruggs. By the way,
That ain't right, man.
your people, your email people, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, man, they show on. They are in their seats on time. Okay?
Yes, sir.
wait a minute.
On time. Okay. Now, like some of these other places, people still straggling out there. They gotta drag you out from the tailgate. Nope, but they are there on time.
Did you get out there and do the? He didn't do none of that. Nah, he didn't.
So, I didn't sit in the student section. So
You were probably in a suite somewhere.
no.
No, what? What's going on?
No.
You was on the sideline? Exactly.
No.
Newy, where were you then?
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. Okay, it was one of those. Okay. Yes, sir.
But the one thing my kid did tell me, he said, "Dad, it's nice not to be in the student section because I can't see because you have to stay in the whole time. There's always somebody in the way." But overall, man, great band, great atmosphere. It was Ag Day, so it was agricultural day out there, man. That was just a really cool.
Did you go to Aggieville? Did you go down to Aggieville?
I stayed there. I stayed there. Yeah. I've been there before. So
Okay, yeah.
So, dude, bottom line is, man, that's a good spot. Yeah, it is. It's a good spot. Okay. And shout out to the people at Call Hall. Where they get the ice cream.
Oh, this boy was grubbing over that joint, huh?
Dope Swiss chocolate almond, 2 scoops.
We got the order down pat.
Yeah, right?
So, because it's an ag school, so they make their own food. Facts. So, Hek'ma, I went home, got some pancake mix. They can make their own pancakes. So I got pancake mix, got some oatmeal raisin, ground beef. Because they make, they got cows up in there, so I went home with some ground beef and 2 blocks of cheese.
There it is. They got a big matchup. Was that next week? Is that Colorado?
They're going to see Prime.
Ooh.
Right now, the Kansas State is favored, by the way, to win the Big 12.
Yeah.
Here we go.
If that matchup is going to be televised, that's going to be a big game. Yeah, it's going to be a big game. Big game for Colorado. That's one of those ones. If they pull off a victory versus Kansas State, everybody going to have to shut up. Then
it's going to go nuts.
It's going because I mean, now you're beating a team that's for real. You know, it's not none of those borderline on the fence teams. Like, you know what I mean? That's you beating a real team.
Yeah. Shout out Hek'ma Harrison played at K-State.
Yes, sir.
Played for Bill Snyder Family Stadium. They do a good job up there, man. And it was Oklahoma State came. It was a matchup of 2 top 20 teams. Parents weekend, so I was up there.
You scouting that running back Ollie Gordon.
You know, man, it was interesting because I was talking to my kid like he's playing on Sunday, but the K-State running back, he was better than him, man.
Oh, for sure.
Dude, got about 77 yards. I'm like,
Oh, he was doing work then.
I started looking at the press spot. Where's some Cowboy scouts?
Where you at?
Chris Hall
should be here. It should be here.
It's might when you said 2-3.
Yeah, it is.
Because with both of those running backs, like, okay, both of those guys I could see with stars on their helmets. Either one of those running backs. Yeah, man, it was fun, man. It was fun. Yeah. So shout out to you people, man. The Email, man.
For sure.
Every man a Wildcat.
That's what. Okay.
That's what Email means. Every man a Wildcat, and then they were doing the whole thing. It was fun. Okay. They came into the pep band. I was at a restaurant Friday. And the pep band came in there, man. They start playing.
It's jumping like, okay.
It's jumping.
Man. I'll say this. If you're a player and you want to go somewhere where you're the king,
go to Manhattan.
Right, roll up in Manhattan. Boulder, same thing. I enjoy Boulder because I tried to get my kid to go to Colorado. So, anyway, went to Boulder, man. Another one of those nice towns, man.
I like Boulder.
Boulder's beautiful.
I like Boulder. Boulder's
nice. It was nice, man. Boulder's nice. This is what I'm like, go for me.
I'll be there every weekend.
Not for me. I was trying, bro. Look at this. We were prime, you know.
It is. Boulder's nice. Boulder is nice.
So yeah, K-State and Colorado gonna get at it. That's pretty good stuff there. But the 2 running backs I did see, Gordon for Oklahoma State and that kid that they had over there at Kansas State. These are 2 guys that should definitely be on the Cowboys' radar. Everybody's talking about the kid from Boise State. Man.
He's cold.
He's cold.
Hey, Ashton Genty from Frisco Lone Star.
Yes.
Oh,
Did you cover him?
Texas.
Yeah, of course.
Texas.
Yeah. He been there.
Start scouting, bro. Tell us.
Well, I've been scouting.
Tell us more.
You know the pipeline.
For the people who don't know.
Boise.
Ashton Genty at Boise State. First of all, he should have went much higher than Boise State. But he's a power back, man. He's a guy that inside the tackles. I mean, he does it all, but also outside, and he's fast. And he's fast, and he don't mind, putting his head down, plowing through you. So, I mean, he has been like that. And look, Frisco Lone Star, they have been pumping out guys that are in the league for a long time, bro. So, Ashton Genty.
So let me ask this question: how did he get to Boise? Was it height, grade? Like, how did he get height?
And it was during that time that everybody was kind of scaling down on running backs. You don't need to run, this and that. And really like the 5-star, 4-star guys were not that prevalent during that time at the running back position. He was just a guy that kind of slid under the radar for some reason. I mean, he had an awesome senior year, junior year even better. May have had some injuries. I don't remember. Maybe that's why he ended up going to Boise State, man. But he's always been a strong runner. Always been a strong runner. And one of those guys that literally the Heisman may end up coming back to Frisco.
Yeah, he balling for sure.
Because he like that. And been like that for a long time.
How tall? 5'8", 5'9"?
I 5'7", I'm 5'7".
A little guy.
He a little guy, but I'm thinking, but I ain't seen him in years, so he might be, 5'8", 5'9".
Flintstone body. Remember the Flintstone body? The body kids?
Yeah, let's give him 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, okay. All right.
So if he's checking in at 5'8", and I'm just without knowing, he's checking in at 5'8", 5'9", he's not gonna be he won't be a first rounder.
Possibly not. No, he would have to run an unbelievable time. Like,
which, if you're a Cowboy fan, that's probably good for you.
Yeah, because you're gonna be picking later anyways. Maybe.
Stop it, baby. Cut it out, man. Don't do that. It's too early for that. Don't start that. Don't do that.
Not the draft, though.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Multiples. Trading down the first round.
Not trading back.
No, heck no. You be trading up.
Trading top 5, going down to top 10. Pick it up. Traded Jerry back in action.
But they got him listed at 5'9". They got him 5'9", 215. So
okay, compact,
big dude. And like I said, that compact running style has done him well his entire career. And I'm telling you, he played at a high school here that gave him plenty of opportunity to run the ball. So he was coming with 25 carries, 200 yards, crazy numbers like that.
Okay.
So Tank Lawrence not playing this week.
Nope.
With a high ankle sprain, I think all three of us would be surprised
shocked
if Micah Parsons plays.
Mm-hmm.
So already without two key players, your defense has had issues. Now you're facing a winning team and not the Giants. How much should you be grading Mike McCarthy knowing that the Carpenters' tools aren't real good?
I'm saying he's going to get graded the same to me. He's going to get graded the same because if he goes out there and gets a dub, he's going to get all the praise. You did it without this. You did it without that. To me, he's got to get graded on the same curve. Plus, he don't even control the defensive side of football, man. So to me, like you gotta call it like it is. All right, you go out there, you get the dub, you get the dub. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna praise you for that. But if you take an L, you got to get what comes with the L. So to me, he should be graded. He should be graded fairly, and that, in my opinion, is fair. You get an L, you deserve what you get.
Look, as we sit here right now, Mike McCarthy's seat is real hot. It don't matter. 2-2, and nobody's going to give him any grace as it relates to losing his big players. They still feel like, look, your offense should be formidable. You should be having opportunity to compete in a lot of these games. But it ain't good. It ain't good because from a defensive perspective, you got to be thinking for Zimmer, his whole outlook on this defense is changing because everything that he put together was probably around Micah. Mm-hmm. And so now, what is your base front? What are you running with now? When you're trying to get that pressure, do you go with guys off the edge? Are you trying to present pressure up the middle? All of those things are going to be up in this game. And, you're bringing in some new guys. KJ Henry just got signed. But man, I wish it would have been the other Henry. But you get guys that can attack out on the edge. We talked about Lawson and just the fact that he's giving you some quality being in there. I just think that, again, guys like DeMarvion Overshown, as much as the media has attached themselves to him and fall in love with the name, this is a guy that obviously is presenting a ton of speed defensively that you want to see him excel. I mean, and if Mike McCarthy, who we're talking about here, if Mike McCarthy is able to get through this part of the season, because I think if you look at the totality of the season, these next 4 or 5 games are going to be the rough patch of your season. Mm-hmm. If Mike can get past this and with the injuries and everything, man, he may come out of this solid gold.
Yeah.
So there's basically going to be 3 ways we go here, okay?
3 ways.
3 ways.
Okay, that's
you,
tough.
Jerry, at the end, just considering these injuries you're going to deal with now, it's a Tank 4 to 6 weeks. Still, Bland is now gone. You lost Sam Williams at defensive end. Now you Tank Long. I mean, Micah.
It's a lot.
So Jerry has an option to give out justice. What you talk about? Well, get what you deserve.
Yeah, take an L. L's
so justice when you get what you deserve. Jerry could offer grace when you don't get what you deserve, or mercy. Okay, so grace is when you get what you don't deserve. Mercy is when you don't get what you deserve.
Okay, which way you
man, can you get a man some mercy? You said all in. Has the GM been GM?
No.
Owner, so the GM your GM ain't GMing. The owner said he was all in.
Yeah.
Owner messed around all day long and handed out a contract to the wide receiver that he could have handed out here with the summertime.
Yeah.
So then your receiver come in here, next thing you know, he not ready. Basically admitted, well, I'm still in training camp. Oh, brother.
He said that.
Okay. Yeah. So who could have made sure he was in for training camp?
Yeah, I guess that's facts.
So now all this, who's this come back on?
Big Mike.
But you want justice.
You gotta have
Get what you deserve.
Gotta have it. Because like you said, heck, in this situation,
that's cold, man.
The defense, may not be the strength anymore, especially with those injuries. And is Carson going to be available on the outside?
We're still looking.
We still. I mean, that's another guy.
We hadn't got an answer on that.
But in this situation,
you want justice.
Is your offense healthy?
Yeah.
Is your offense healthy? Are you the Super Bowl winning coach, play caller, took over all those responsibilities, correct?
Yeah.
You got to go out there and you got to match. You understand that, hey, my defense is struggling right now. You going against a Pittsburgh offense that's not outstanding. It's not the 99 Rams. No. Can you match what they produce out there?
2 rookies on your O-line.
Yeah.
He ain't have to play them dudes.
We don't want to pay you, Tyron.
Hey, you could have kept 7-7.
Hey,
You could have kept 7-7 out there.
If we still had boys, have you seen 7-7? All right now. Okay, so be careful what you wish for. Look, I like that breakdown, the mercy and all of that, and grace.
Mercy, grace, and justice. Which one?
Mercy, grace, and justice.
Injustice. Which one you going with? He got justice.
I got justice.
I got mercy.
I'm gonna go with grace.
Oh.
I don't go with grace because look, if I
do or do not.
No,
there is no try.
You either a W or L. Do or do not.
Well, tell me,
is that what you said?
Where's
Do
the
or do not.
The all-in owner.
Oh, here we go.
Where was the all-in owner?
Here we go.
No,
you know
what? Look,
do or do not.
Look, here's the thing.
There's the all-in owner.
I can agree with you to this degree. When it comes down to the guys that you've paid and your expectation of this team, especially on one side of the ball, we just gonna say offense. You were number one in the league, scoring points, all of those things. Right. What has changed? If we're gonna the two rookies up front, okay. All right, let's go with that. Mm-hmm. But other than that, what else has changed on your offense, man? CeeDee Lamb has to produce. Dak has to produce. You look at the numbers for the offense right now. If I told you that the Cowboys' offense was 13th in the league, a lot of people wouldn't even agree with it. What? 13th? Higher than Kansas City. You know, higher than a lot of teams that you think are, quote-unquote, really good right now. The last thing that we're looking at is if you had a running game, one of those games that you lost this season, you might have been able to pull off a win in that game if you could run the ball.
Let's get a break in here. Do or do not. Justice.
Oh, man.
Grace. And mercy.
Hey, you know where your sermon coming from this Sunday.
I'm telling you. Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming right here on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey, boy.
Hey, Danny McCray here for Smoothie King. You know every great workout deserves a great reward. So treat yourself right with new coconut smoothie bowls. Made with real fruit, crunchy, purely Elizabeth granola, creamy coconut, and topped with the chocolate hazelnut or honey drizzle. With 2 new flavors, it's perfect for you and the workout buddy. So you both can stay on track even after you leave the track. Scoop up new coconut smoothie bowls only at Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2024 NFL season, Boss teamed up with the Cowboys and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection. The Boss Cowboys collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Arriving just in time for the start of the season, the distinctive attire from the latest Boss Cowboys expansion offers sports aficionados and true bosses the chance to show their team spirit and style. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. # be your own boss.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1, any broadcast without the express edition of cook-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12, no crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane's sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31, anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Frisco Oktoberfest returns for its 5th annual celebration at the Star in Frisco on Saturday, October 5th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy German cuisine, traditional Oktoberfest games, live music, and entertainment all day while sipping on Oktoberfest. Join the Star in Frisco for a full day of festive fun.
All right, Hek'ma Harrison, appreciate you. It is the Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming.
Boy,
I'm telling you.
Got old Sergeant Slaughter over here.
Yes, sir.
Here in the house.
The Iron Sheik.
I mean,
man.
Speaking of, have you checked out the
Man,
Mr.
I was about
McMahon?
to tell y'all. I just finished it today.
Man, oh, yeah.
Was it good?
Oh,
Man,
yeah. Mr. McMahon on Netflix. Yes.
That opened my eyes to a lot.
All right.
That opened my eyes to a lot, man.
It is good.
Yeah, it is. It's real good.
Now, Grant, it's a docu-series, and so Vince McMahon has come out and put out his statement condemning it. He didn't like it.
I bet he did.
But it is definitely.
He said he didn't like it. Okay. No, all right.
Didn't watch it. Didn't watch it, but he said there's some fallacies in it. But it goes. It's a very deep dive. The Rock is in there. Hulk Hogan is in there. Stone Cold. Yeah, I mean, they all the Undertaker,
Bret Hitman Hart. They all have been there.
Sable is in there.
Sable in there. Yeah.
Trish Stratus is in there. I mean, they go through all the Tony Atlas. Tony as a whole, the whole thing, man. It is.
They tell it.
Yeah, they tell it.
There's a lot of stuff coming out, boy. You better watch yourself.
Oh, it's real.
You better watch yourself. There's a lot of stuff coming to light these days, boy. A lot of folks thought they got away with dirt. They didn't get away with the dirt they thought they did.
It's coming back. Coming back.
When you watch this, that will you'll be like, yep.
Hate to see it.
Yep.
No,
it is success. As Lionel Richie once said, success is lethal.
Yeah.
It is lethal, and that is what you see that happened to Vince McMahon. The success, lethal, and then just the storylines and the characters. I don't want to break. I want to give any away. Heck,
okay,
but it's worth.
I'm gonna catch up with. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be caught up by this. What? Give me a couple days.
Yeah, it's a couple days, man.
Yeah, give me a couple days. I'll binge watch it.
Do it on treadmill. That's what I did.
Yeah,
I did a lot. Yeah, because it's about 50 minutes each one.
Is
so
it?
If you,
How many is it? 8?
6.
6? Oh,
Six.
yeah.
So
I do that in a day.
It's real. It's good, man.
And then of course, they had 2 WrestleManias here. I was at the last WrestleMania they had here. So Jerry.
Thank you.
Jerry is definitely involved with the family, and they got some good work.
Break up the monotony in my house, man. My wife watches a lot of murder mysteries.
Yeah, you gotta get up on that.
Hey, you hear me? Murder mysteries. Hey,
let's relax for the murder mystery. Wait a second.
What's going on?
Heckman was Heckman was a hell of a teammate, Barry.
I don't know what happened.
Wrestling gonna ring the bell. Ring that bell for Heckman.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all be careful.
Golden Mike here.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of murder mysteries.
Bro, the Chris Benoit episode part, boy.
That was crazy.
Woo.
And how they did Bret Hart, though.
No,
man. That was diabolical.
But how did
y'all stop it?
Yeah. Come on.
All right. These are just teasers.
I understand.
These are teasers.
Diabolical.
Yeah, man.
All right.
It's good stuff. I'm just saying, man. It's
good stuff,
bro. It is one of the better sports documentaries I've seen.
No, we'll see
on Netflix. I'm just wondering now when Jerry's is going to come out here. The one they did. They followed Jerry Jones around last year, and so.
I was about to say that thing ain't gonna see the light of day. What you talking? Oh no.
So what happens? Just so you can understand, if you have creative control over it, then you're okay. For instance, that one thing on Apple TV that Bob Kraft put out, The Dynasty.
Yeah.
His production people. That's his thing.
He did.
So he did. I'm told Jerry got final say. Like I got final edit.
Okay.
So if it's not your, like Vince McMahon didn't have any final juice on any of this.
Yeah, you can tell.
So right. So make sure it's
that wasn't friendly fire.
Right. So make sure it's a B Church production.
Oh yeah, we in there.
Like the last dance, Michael Jordan had final. Yeah, he was a part of it. So that's another kind of key thing when you look at these docuseries is trying to figure out. You break down. Like, who had what editorial control in here and who owns it. So when you kind of find out the back thing, then it kind of gives you a little insight as to what it is. Because, if you're in control, like Bob Kraft looks like the hero in the Dynasty.
Yeah.
I was just trying to keep my head coach and quarterback together as long as I could. Then you get other people on the phone, other players are like, man, this is hogwash.
Yeah, they did say that.
Yeah, different players are like, man, wait a minute, I sat down for 6 hours. They only used this. They didn't do. So Bob Kraft took some heat from people who worked for him that said, man, this was a hit job on Bill. Bill didn't deserve all that. I mean, the man won you 6 Super Bowls. Okay, I mean, 6 Super. I mean. There could have been issues, but still.
There were issues, clearly.
It's like Terry Bradshaw, as you well know. Terry Bradshaw did not like Chuck Noll. But somewhere along the way, Chuck Noll was a little bit good for our team,
4 of them.
Right. You may not have liked how you may have thought he could have loved you up a little bit more, maybe gave you a hug or pat on the back, but you can't sit up here and act like Chuck Noll was just god-awful coach and didn't know what he was doing. Like, you didn't like it, but you like the methods, but you like the results.
Yeah, there it is.
You like the results. All right, it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back. Tomorrow's Wednesday, locker room day, so we'll start to hear a little bit more from the players and to see what kind of game plan they come up with here this week and how do they run the ball. To me,
how they going to generate pressure?
Woo. You know what? Running the ball is going to help because you've got to give your defense a break. That Giant game, the defense was on the field far too long, and that's the Giants.
It's the Giants. It took the words right out of my mouth.
Okay, that's the Giants.
You can do that versus them, and hell, you may be able to get away with it versus Pittsburgh, depending on how Justin feels that day.
Exactly.
Because the pressure, the defensive part of it, I'm saying for Coach Mike Zimmer, he's going to have to make this kid uncomfortable. If he just sits back there and is able to do his thing, it may be a long night. But at the end of the day, I think Pittsburgh's going to try to run the ball on them. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, everybody is. Yeah. You're right. Everybody is. But, the Giants had a bunch of scoring drives. They just didn't touch that.
Yeah, the red zone defense was clutch.
So it's going to be that's why you don't need justice.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see, man.
Mercy.
We're going to see. Hopefully they score more than
Justice Barry
17
Church,
points.
Grace of Hek'ma Harrison. The mercy of Newy Scruggs.
Do or do not.
Thank you, Jasmine.
There is no try.
There is no try.
Now we go into Scar Wars. All wrong. All wrong. This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
No.
We'll talk to you tomorrow right here on DallasCowboys.com.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?